Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my Gig-Olos and Gigolettes. It's me, Gio. Y'all know who the fuck it is. Alright, it is 5:40 in the AM on Monday, June 22nd. Time for my first dose of caffeine. Today we're going to be doing a day in the life of the gig worker. Going to, right now I couldn't sleep. I woke up around 4:30. Tossed and turned in bed for a little bit, and then I finally got out of bed, used the bathroom, and then I started looking for Amazon blocks, because I figured I was going to start swiping for batches on Instacart around 6 a.m. But then I just started tapping for Amazon blocks. Got one. I got a Whole Foods one, because I only really filter for Whole Foods locations. I got one at 6 a.m. so I'm on the way there right now. Luckily there's no traffic right now. Because, on some weeks I noticed it's a motherfucker to get blocks. I mean, those of you who are Amazon Flex drivers, you know this. But you will spend hours tapping, and sometimes you won't even see offers, one. And the offers you do see, you don't get. But then every once in a while, like the closest Whole Foods to my location is the Whole Foods in Schaumburg. I remember one time when I was tapping, I got an offer. I accepted an offer for the Whole Foods in Schaumburg, and let's just say it was like 1:25 p.m. or something like that, or 1:27, and the offer was for like 1:30, right? So those of you who are wise at the game, you already know. Those of you who know what I'm talking, you have within 5 minutes of accepting a batch to cancel it, and you can't be more than 5 minutes late for the scheduled start time for your block. So in that situation, I'm like, I gotta cancel it now, because even though I don't live that far from the location, there's just no way I would have made it in time. Other times, like, there's another popular Prime Now location, Goose Island, where same thing, I would spend hours tapping, right? And then I'll finally get a block accepted, and it'd be like, the block was supposed to start at 2:30, so the latest I could be was 2:35, and it's 2:29, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's entirely possible. I'm gonna do it, because I know whenever that happens, that means that someone forfeited a block, right? Either they late forfeited or whatever, and when that happens, like, you feel super unlucky. You're like, oh, I can't get an offer, one. And when I do, there's no fathomable way I could fucking get there in time to work it. So, yeah. So, I'm on the way to my first block now. Pretty excited. I got my new bandanas in yesterday. Check this out. Too bad this. Oh, God. Y'all see that? That is cool right there. It's a Jack. You guys, my other bandana is a Jack Daniels one. This one's Jack Daniels red, white, and blue. I am the American Gig-Olo, and I didn't know it before I purchased it, but whatever the material this is made out of, it breathes way better than my last bandana. So, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I was, on some occasions, when I was doing batches for Instacart while wearing my Jack Daniels band, my other one, like, I felt like I was getting hot, because my mouth and nose are covered up, and I wasn't breathing right, so I felt like my body temperature going up, and when I feel my body temperature going up, I felt like I was getting frustrated, and it led to it didn't lead to a good experience. I wasn't, like, thrilled about what I was doing. This material seems like it's got more cotton in it. There's obviously some synthetic, like, products in here, but this one definitely feels like it breathes better, so maybe that means I won't get overheated. That won't affect my mood while I'm out there, and it'll maybe make the day go by a little bit faster, maybe, but we'll see. So yeah, all right guys, I'm gonna go I'm gonna do another little part of this video when I get to my location, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, it is now 5:57 a.m. and I got my itinerary seconds after arriving at my location. So I'm having my refreshing smoky breakfast, and as you guys can see here, whoops, god damn it, so disorganized. So disorganized and not awake yet. So this is my itinerary from, as you guys see there at the top there, it says 5:58. That is my itinerary for today. First stop, I got 32 packages, and I'm going to mostly Elmhurst and Oak Brook and Oak Park. So this will probably take me an hour and 20 minutes, and I probably stand to make anywhere from, I mean, I've done this block maybe like 7 or 8 times. It seems like the more stops you get, the more, you know, obviously with Amazon, again, this is nothing new to those of you who are Amazon Flex drivers. The more stops you have, the more likely you are to make, you know, the more you're gonna make in tip revenue, right? Because I think I'm making 16 bucks an hour base pay for this. So 7 stops, I'm probably gonna make anywhere from $75 to $100 for the next, let's just say, hour and a half, from 5:55 till 7:30. You know, not bad. And I do have another block for a Prime Now location at 8:30. So, or no, what time do I have that? 10:30. So that means I'll be able to run Instacart for a couple hours and make a little bit of money between my two Amazon blocks. So, I mean, if I get lucky with a good north side Prime Now block, then, you know, maybe I can potentially be anywhere from 250, 300 in 6 hours, right? That's why I love Amazon. Amazon, the potential to make money is there. So, I mean, honestly, one of the best blocks I ever had was from this location, the Elmhurst Whole Foods. I remember it was a Saturday. I had 9 stops. It was like 39 bags. But there was no apartments, so it was just like one after another after another after another. And I think it's like $104 for an hour and 8 minutes or something like that. I just blew through it. This won't be the case this time, but this is still probably gonna be a profitable block. So yeah, all right, I'll keep you guys updated. All right, peace out. Alrighty, it is 10:49 a.m. Between my last Amazon block ending and now, I did 1 DoorDash order and 1 Instacart order. It was a Petco order, and I got paid $37 or something like that, and 1 DoorDash for $7.50. So I made $44 between blocks, and this is the best. It's the best Amazon block I've seen from this location in a while. This is probably going to be profitable. With 10 stops, probably looking at anywhere from 80 to 110 bucks for 2 hours. I got here at 10:17 a.m. As you guys see there, it's 10:50. And I checked in, used the bathroom, and then I was the first cart that they called to start scanning my packages. The guy working here was like, hey, you're probably missing 1 or 2. I'm like, okay. Start scanning them. It's 41, by the way, if you guys want. Okay. My car's full, and I got all this here. So I started scanning them. I had 2 bags that didn't belong to me. I put them to the side. The guy comes back and he hands me one bag. He's like, here you go, you're missing this one. I'm like, okay, so I scanned it, all good. He took away the 2 that didn't belong to me. And then I was missing 2 bags, okay, for my cart, for my list. So as he's helping me out, there was another Amazon Flex driver next to me. She's like, hey, this was not mine. It was one of mine. And then we were looking for the other bags, and he's like, it's right here. He's like, but I guess what happened was there was 2 different barcodes on the same bag. So it's not the first time that's happened, but he assured me that all the customers' groceries are there. So last thing I want to do is be on the hook for a bag I didn't deliver, because too many of those you get deactivated by Amazon. So don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna start this block, and then hopefully I get one more Prime Now or Whole Foods block today, and that should, I'm probably right now after this block I'll be at like 260 by 12:30. So that's for, let's just say, 7 hours. That's more than, by the time this block ends, I'll probably be at like $35 an hour today. But obviously the day's not over once this block ends. So yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. All right, bye. All right, it is 11:44 a.m. as you guys can see there. It's not so fuzzy looking. So from the time it took me to get my cart and drop off the 41 packages, and that was with, a missing package and all that stuff like that, or yeah, getting all that mess sorted out, it took about an hour and 20 minutes maybe, because I got there at 10:17, and I started scanning I started scanning at like, let's just say 10:30, I think. I don't really remember. So yeah, 41 packages and 10 stops later, all done with that one. So this is if you wrap up your block too much for Prime Nows or Whole Foods, sometimes they tell you to go back. I'm not going back. I know it's completely pointless. So, and if they're probably just gonna give me a one stopper anyway if I do go back. Not really interested, because by the time I get there, actually I'm not that far from there. I think I should just go, because it'll be 11:50 something. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go just in case they give me one or two more stops, and that might boost my tips. And all the while I will be scanning, or I'll be swiping for Instacart batches. And I am blasting the air conditioning because it is hot as shit out here. It feels like it's 90 degrees a day. I'm a little overheated right now. But yeah, unofficially, it took me an hour and 20 minutes to complete my block. And like I said, if they don't add any more stops to my itinerary in the next probably 15 minutes, then I know they're not going to. So yeah, I'm gonna use my time efficiently, and I'm going to try to get some Instacart badges. So all right, guys, that's all for now. Keep you guys updated. All right, and this will be my last working update of the day. I go back out of the screen. It is 4:05 right now. The current Amazon block I have was scheduled to begin at 3:30. I got here about 3:26, checked in, and I didn't start scanning my packages till about 15 minutes ago, so that was about 3:50. And this is my itinerary for this one. It has 6 stops going south. So this will not be worth as much as the north, or the, yeah, I guess you want to call it the north side block I did late morning today. This one's probably going to take, how many apartments is it? None. Beautiful. Since there's no hoping I don't have the Rona. Since there's no apartments, this is probably going to take me 50 to 70 minutes. And this is probably going to be worth, total after tips, 65 bucks, I'm gonna say. I've gotten pretty good at mapping mapping my earnings based on location. So yeah, so this will be the last bit of work I do for the day. I'll probably be done around 5:15, 5:30, and then probably gonna have a 40-minute drive home, and I'll make my last update when I get home. So yeah, all right, peace out. Alrighty, so that is a wrap. Today was a long day, fun day, efficient day. Try to do as much as I can. I had way too much caffeine today. I literally barely had I barely had time to stop and eat. I was fucking really busy. So, yeah, I managed to do 3 Amazon blocks a day, 2 Prime Nows and 1 Whole Foods. I did 3 Instacart batches for a total of $100 and I think $19 or 18, yeah, 118, and 1 DoorDash for $7.50. So I made $125 on Instacart and DoorDash. Conservatively, let's just say $80 for my first Amazon blocks, and probably I'm gonna go ahead and say 60 for my last one. But then unfortunately, when I was right about the last video where I said it's probably gonna be done around 5:20, I would have, but ran into more traffic than I thought I would. I actually probably could have done that one by 5:10, but there was a little bit more traffic heading south than I anticipated, and then there was a fuck ton of traffic going back. Like, I got stuck on the highway for some reason, so it literally took me over an hour to come back home. But so today was a 13-hour day, pretty much, because I left home at 5:40 and it's 6:35 now. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a 13-hour day, and most of the time was spent working. After my first block, I was sitting in my car. I remember as soon as I was done with the block, I turned on DoorDash. I got a dash. Really, the only one I took was like a McDonald's order, and then I was swiping for batches for probably, I'm gonna go and say almost an hour before I actually got one. So if I would have managed to get 2 $30 batches in the time between like Amazon blocks, maybe I would have used my time a little bit more efficiently. But I just wasn't, the ones that I wanted I couldn't get, and the ones that were lingering on the app were garbage ones that were lingering there because nobody else wanted them. So, but interestingly enough, I also tabulated my miles for the day. So as you guys can see there, that's today. It says 139 miles. I took a picture of my trip meter for today, and it does mostly line up. That's for today. It says 143 miles. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it 143 miles, but I probably earned anywhere from, let's see, 80, and 60. So that's 220. I'm confident I made over 330 today. If my first two blocks pay out 100 with tips, then that changes things. And like I said, I'm pretty confident my last block is probably gonna be 60 bucks. But it might be, hey, it could be 50, it could be 70. I don't know. You don't know until 27 hours later. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, today was probably a $350 day, which would make this the most money I've made in a single day since the pandemic started. So, and it only took 13 hours. So there is still money out here. But my buddy Rick texted me today. He had a Lyft trip going to Madison, Wisconsin. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of those trips because you're stuck eating miles all the way back, right? I'm pissed off about eating 42 miles home. He fucking ate 110 miles home. So yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's all I got for this one, guys. Hopefully it's another 13-hour day tomorrow. I love me some long days. So yeah. All right, guys. Everyone stay safe, stay driven, stay healthy, stay classy. Thanks for watching the whole video. I know it's a long one. But yeah. All right. Peace out, guys.